Kumusta? Kumusta? Welcome to the J. Roga Show, the first conservative podcast in the Philippines. We're protecting the Filipino family from woke ideology. At ano ang topic natin sa araw na ito? We'll be talking about modesty and ang isang Miss Universe contestant and winner, previous Miss Universe winner. Pasensya na, hindi ako hindi ako authority pagdating sa Miss Universe simply because I'm not gay. Okay, so simulan natin ang topic. So I'm talking about Olivia Culpo and nasa news siya recently for all the wrong reasons. Pero tignan mo natin itong kanyang wedding gown dahil kinasal siya and kung makikita nyo ang kanyang wedding gown. So ito si Olivia Culpo. Ano mapapansin nyo? Ito yung full wedding gown niya. So, mukhang balot na balot, di ba? Ito yung buo. So, malaki ang wedding gown niya. Medyo mahirap maglakad, maupo, mag-CR, suot ang wedding gown na ito. Sana may bahay siya sa loob ng wedding gown na ito para doon niya gagawin ang lahat ng kanyang mga biological needs. Anyway, so on the surface, parang walang issue. Nakasuot siya ng wedding gown, balot na balot. And hindi naman nawawala ang ganda ni Olivia Culpo dito. Maganda pa rin naman siya. But makikita nyo, balot na balot siya. Very immaculate. Very conservative kung ating mamarapatin. So, ito ang kanyang napiling wedding gown. And wag ka, dahil Dolce & Gabbana ang wedding gown niya. Medyo designer pa rin, di ba? Mahal pa rin. May pangalan pa rin. However, marami ang mga nagtaas kilay dahil sa kanyang choice of wedding gown. And babasahin natin ang ilan sa mga comments. Sabi dito, the Olivia Culpo, galing to sa Glamour magazine, the Olivia Culpo wedding dress controversy unpacked. And what are the people of the internet talking about today? Well, the latest drama to stir up widespread outrage is Olivia Culpo's wedding dress. Hindi natin babasahin ang details ng wedding dress. Nabanggit natin na Dolce & Gabbana. May mga taong nagbigay ng comment about the wedding dress. May mga TikTok videos. Pero basahin natin ang isa sa prominent comments. So sabi dito, I have been a bridal creator for 4 years now. And I've never said this before. But I do not like this wedding dress. Sabi ni wedding stylist Kennedy Bingham, aka Gown-Eyed Girl. So, baka ito si Gown-Eyed Girl. Tama ba? Ito nga. Ito siya. Okay. So, sabi ni Gown-Eyed Girl in a TikTok video, this is a great example of how fashion is so much more than just what you see on the surface. It's all the stuff surrounding the dress that leaves kind of a bitter aftertaste. Oh, ano kayang lasa ng dress? Sabi ni Gown-Eyed Girl, the way that Culpo was talking about her dress was pushing the idea that of what she thinks all brides should look like. Oh, grabe. Nagsuot lang ng modest na pananamit si Culpo. Ibig sabihin, nag-set na siya ng rule. Well, hopefully, ito nga yung maging rule. Maybe may truth doon. Marketing and pushing this conservative agenda. Well, I hope so. Bingham also opined that there was no personality in the dress. She went on to comment on the many controversies that have surrounded the Dolce & Gabbana fashion house. The brand has been accused of homophobia and racism in the past. Di ko alam yan. Dahil again, I'm not gay. So this is not a wedding. This is a conservative campaign, Bingham said before concluding, you took this disingenuous pick-me route that honestly felt more like you were thinking about your narrative than your actual marriage. Well, in a sudden twist of event, I itong wedding dress ni Olivia Culpo na mukhang hindi nga ang sentro ay siya dahil siyempre walang any unnecessary skin na pinapakita. In a sudden twist of event, sabi nung TikToker na binasa natin kanina ay naging tungkol sa kanya pala ang wedding dress na ito. Okay, so tapos na nating basahin ang news as usual. And by the way, papakita ko lang sa inyo na hindi ko kilala si Olivia Culpo. Nag-search pa talaga ako. Hindi ko sinusundan ang Miss Universe. And apparently, siya ay Miss Universe noong 2012. And biruin nyo, more than 10 years na at mukhang bata pa rin si Olivia Culpo. And a few episodes back, pinag-usapan natin na conservative women and men are more attractive than their liberal counterparts. So, Exhibit A. Okay, so anong makukuha natin dito? And I think and I hope that modesty is making a comeback. Dahil hindi mo naman kailangang ibuyang-yang ang lahat para maging maganda ka, para tagurian kang maganda. And para sa mga hindi nakakaalam, ano nga ba ang modesty? Let's go to the Catechism of the Catholic Church para sa mga Catholics. And maliit ito, kaya babasahin ko na. Nandito ito sa paragraph 2521. CCC 2521. Purity requires modesty, an integral part of temperance. Modesty protects the intimate center of the person. It means refusing to unveil what should remain hidden. It is ordered to chastity, to whose sensitivity it bears witness. It guides how one looks at others and behaves toward them in conformity with the dignity of person and their solidarity. And sabi nila, minsan kasi pag may mga nababastos na babae at kunwari ang isang babae nasa nightclub, halos luwa na lahat, kita na buong pagkatao niya, hindi siya nakasuot ng modest clothing, hindi siya kagaya ni Olivia Culpo. Minsan, and malungkot kapag nangyayari na nababastos siya ng mga lalaki sa nightclub. And it's sad. And kapag sinabi mo naman na, sana hindi ka nagdamit ng ganyan, tatagurian. Sabihin nilang, you're victim blaming. Kapag sinabi mo yan, parang dapat women should wear whatever she likes. Tapos yung mga lalaki, dapat maglaway lang sila at beyond that, ay wala na silang ibang gawin. And true enough. Okay, fine. Sabi nga nila, you should teach your sons not to rape. And tama lang, let's teach our sons na not to rape. But hindi naman siya either or. Either you teach your sons not to rape or teach your daughters to be modest in their clothing. Pwede namang both and. Teach your sons not to rape and your daughters to be modest. Ang sikat na analogy nga nito is, hindi man kasalanan ng babaeng immodest na bastos siya, nahalay siya. Pero, at the same time, think of this. Halimbawa, may bahay ka, di ba? May bahay ka. And ang bahay mo, iniwan mong nakabukas yung pinto nung umalis ka. Di ba? Iniwan mong nakabukas yung pinto, then umalis ka, hindi nakalock, na para bang nag-invite ng mga magnanakaw na pumasok at nakawin ang bahay nyo. Oo, hindi mo kasalanan ng magnanakaw na linooban niya ang bahay mo dahil bukas yung pinto eh. Parang ini-invite siya na kunin yung widescreen TV mo, kunin yung washing machine mo, yung ref mo, at lahat. Kasalanan ito ng magnanakaw. Pero, hindi mo kasi prinotektahan ang bahay mo wherein dapat nilock mo ito, ginawa mong mahirap para sa magnanakaw na makapasok siya at makapagnakaw. And ganun din pagdating sa modesty and chastity. I think we need to help our brothers and sisters to live a life of chastity. Yun nga yung sin of scandal, di ba? If you cause a person to sin, medyo kasalanan mo pa rin ito. Kung ikaw ay nagdadamit ng hindi modest and it caused your brother, your sister to sin, well, you're equally responsible to this as well. Okay, so yun lang. Salamat. Sana nagustuhan niyo itong episode na ito. If you're new to the podcast, please share this episode and subscribe na rin kung hindi pa kayo nakasubscribe. Okay, this has been another episode of the Jay Aruga Show. At the end of the day, it will be night. Goodbye. Woke corporations doing the works of the devil are well-funded. What do you do to support the spread of the gospel and the fight against wokeness? Take a stand and support our work by grabbing the Jay Aruga Show's Take Back the Culture t-shirt available at the Arugaan online shop in Shopee. Because it takes a village to take back the culture.